Okie doke. So here is our good, nice laptop that we are going to repair. And so now that you are able to get the impression of a whole bunch of things that we read about that are missing, you are going to visually see it by yourself. All these problems. Let's turn it around. So this is how it looks like, right? The first thing we see as soon as we turn it around, the laptop. So what do we see here? Well, let's turn it like this, because this is like the bottom portion of it. This is the top, which I mean this is the front, closest to us, and this is the back where the screen is side, right? So not sure if you get to open the back of your laptops a lot, if you have experience with that, or even how well you're seeing what I'm seeing at the moment. But for example, this over here, right? So these things are clearly missing. This is missing and this is missing. What else is missing here, right? So this thing is missing over here. Like I said, the cover. So everything that's going to be covering this is missing. Except from battery. Batteries by itself, it's going to have its own cover. It's going to come with it, all in plastic, right? What else we have here? We have the mSATA. Don't worry about too much. We, for our purposes, at least to make it work, we won't really need it. What's this? Oh, so this is basically the continuation. Chips and all that kind of stuff. No chips could go in here. There's just no place here to put them in. What else we have here? This is empty as well, right? This thing over here, so this is for connecting something. So something is not connected. Let's see. Oh, and this interesting thing, don't know if you knew that or not, but laptops actually have 2 batteries, not just one. So this, as I mentioned already, right, something's missing here. This is the battery, where it goes. It's missing. It's the most obvious battery, that every laptop's supposed to have. It's big, and it kind of goes in the back or in front, however it is, but it's big and everyone knows about it. This, people usually don't talk about it. I never hear them talking about it. Maybe they also don't even know that it exists, right? The second battery of the laptop. This is the cell battery. Also, just postscriptum, what kind of battery that is? It would be this type of battery, CR2032. Plus, looks like this. Where I got it is I just went to Walmart, to the jewelry section, and asked in the jewelry section where they fix watches if they have these batteries. They said yes, and that's where I got them from. So let's move on to analyzing things here, right? How we're going to fix them. So, basic intro, right? So, about computers, the major things to know about them is stuff like CPU. That's, just remember, CPU is like the brain, right? It's also called the processor of computer. It's the central processing unit, hence for short processor, because it processes stuff, it processes information. Next thing, computers also have memory. So they have the just like humans, right? We have the short-term memory and we have the long-term memory. So the short-term memory is the RAM. It is the typical thing you hear when you talk about computer memory. It's the RAM. The long-term memory is the SSD or HDD. So solid-state drive or the hard drive. Don't remember what another D stands for, but yeah. Hard drive can be either HDD or SSD. And that, like I said, HDD or SSD is the long-term memory of the computer. It's the large storage. The major difference between the RAM and that hard drive, let me even show you actually the hard drive, how it will look like. So this is the hard drive, right? It is huge, as you can see. And so you can compare. This is the RAM, as you can see. It's very small, right? You can see it. This long-term memory is known to contain a lot of information, remembered for a long time. RAM, on the other hand, its major purpose is just to remember temporary information. By temporary, I mean is that while the computer is powered on, whatever you're doing on it while it's powered on, the RAM can help with that. On the other hand, let's say you turned off the computer and then you power it back again. And you obviously need all that data, right? Like, I don't know, video games or whatever. So that is where the HDD would come in, or SSD. That's what they're for remembering large items, large files, videos, whatever that is, right? So let's move that out of the way. So that's the second thing to know about computers. So CPU, or the processor, the memory, long-term, short-term. What else we have there? Let's think about it. So this is the cell battery, like I said, right? It actually helps out with when it comes to powering on the computer, right? It's one of the major things responsible for it. It helps out with that. This battery, obviously the battery, everyone knows about it. Also, can be a very important, but I wouldn't say super duper necessary component, but it is always need to have it. Next thing. So these two things is where our RAM would go. So this thing. And because it has two slots, we actually install two of them, which would give us more RAM. So if, let's say this, let's see if it says on it. No. Oh, here it is on the back of it. It says 4 gigabytes. So if I install one over here, which says 4 gigabytes, and another one over here, which would also be with 4 gigabytes. Oh, here's another one. All right. They look similar. So another 4 gigabytes. So 4 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes, as you know, 4 plus 4 gives us 8, right? So if we install both of them, then we're basically giving this computer 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is great, right? 8 is always better than 4. So good thing to know is that computers can actually operate off just one chip, right, as well. So this could also be possible to power it on with just 4 gigs. But yeah, the more the better, of course. next thing, what should we consider? Let's see. Pim. So as I mentioned here, something's supposed to be attached here, and after getting attached, it's gonna actually connect to this hard drive, right? Because hard drive is gonna be basically like this, right? I'm gonna just plug it in here, maybe install the frame on top, but there's supposed to be some kind of connection, right? With the computer, with the motherboard, because everything here connects to the motherboard, which is like a green platey looking thing. Or in this scenario, it looks like it's going to be blue, right? So all this that is everywhere, that's plate looking, that is underneath all these items. This is the motherboard. So what we're gonna need is, ignore this, we can place the hard drive on top of it. Then we're gonna use our cable, connect it to this hard drive. And like I said, that connector gonna connect to the motherboard. You can even see like so. This blue stuff, right? So this is part of the motherboard. This underneath this MSATA is motherboard, that blue stuff, right? All this is motherboard. So yeah, motherboard just connects all the stuff together. Because obviously, like CPU, right? It's the brain, but it needs to be connected to the body, right? Like it's kind of obvious, right? Battery, it's also by itself. It's useless, right? It's supposed to be part of something. So we're connecting it to a computer, and now it's working. But the thing that's in charge of all of this, of interconnecting the components, is the motherboard. Okay, hope I made it clear. Now, what we can do right now is actually, let me show you how it looks like right now with all this stuff removed, right? Oh, and this is the fan. But yeah, so let me show you right now how it all looks like at this moment, at this stage, when all these parts are missing, right? How it turns on. So as we read in our description, when I was buying it, it was saying that it does power on, right? So let's actually see what it looks like. Let me grab my charger.